M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So YAESU FT-710, they've brought out a new firmware and it's dated the 6th of December 2022. So this was needed because there were some problems after the previous firmware, which was firmware number 1. This is firmware number 2 with the CW. So number 1 fixed a bug that caused a delay or an unnecessary code to be output when keying CW using the built-in electronic keyer. 2. Fix the problem that the monitor sound of CW sidetone may be shortened by keying operation when BK in is off. 3. Fix the bug that the frequency was not offset during CW transmission in CW auto mode. Number 4, other improvements and optimizations have been made. I wonder what they are. So anyway, here's the information. I'll now put a link to the firmware update process. Bye for now. Okay, first thing we're going to need to do is format our SD card, especially if you've never done it before. So put that into your YAESU FT-710. Just pop it in. Now I've already formatted it in the computer, so you've seen it's in there. We've got a message here and it says setup, and I'm going to put yes. Scroll down, I'm going to do format. Now we need to do this at least the very first time, because if we don't, then it won't have the correct files on the SD card when we put it into the computer, which we're going to do as soon as it is done. Okay, there you go. We shall now remove it. Just push it in. No SD card showing. And there it is there. It comes out that way. Back at the computer, we've got our SD card in. You can see here, USB drive. If I click it, look, and you can see it's got the 710 files in there. So now let's go to the YAESU page and firmware update. There it is there, 12.6. So we're going to click that. And we've created a file here on the right called firmware number 2. So we'll just send it there. Extract to. We call it firmware number 2. Click OK. So we know where that is now. Now we need to get these files and put them into our USB drive. Let's just copy them. Copy, hit our drive, put them, right click, paste, and they're all there. Now I found I had to drag them all one at a time into the top folder, otherwise the radio didn't see them. So they vanish into the top file. They've all vanished, and that's it. We can now right click, eject our SD card. There you go, back to the radio. So back at the radio, SD card going in, like so. Just carefully, don't force it, just carefully put it in. You'll get that set up, but this time you need to say no. Okay. Say no. Then you go menu, or hit function, extension, go to SD card, and this time go down and go to firmware update. Click done, and if the firmware's in there, it will check it. Now the mistake I made last time was not to tick the top box. I think the other two don't need doing, it's just the main and the display, and then you just click update, and it's version 1.08 and 1.06, and we're going to click update. Okay, now it's at this point. You definitely don't want to touch anything while it does this. So they sorted out the CW problems, and there was a lot of messages on social media about this. So it's really good news that they've done this before Christmas. And it's taken a while, so we'll pause until it's finished. Okay, getting near the end of the main section, and it should automatically move to display. So it's an excellent radio. I'm really pleased with this radio. Just every time I turn it on, there's just plenty of good signals. It feels like you're not getting that high noise floor. Now I do need to make sure that I go around the house and turn off anything that might interfere with my signal, but otherwise it just works well. Okay, now we just going to check now to see if we have to do a reset on the radio. I'm just going to read the instructions again, but yeah, there's the radio. Just one sec. Oh, right. I'm just going to see if it needs a factory reset. Just checking.
Lima Zulu 22 Yankee Oscar Tango Alpha.
So it looks like we do have to do a full reset, and it's the DSP button here and the fine button here. So the buttons right at the bottom either side of the VFO. Just about see them there. So we have to hold them in and turn on the radio. So we're going to try and do that while you're watching. So we'll turn it off like so. Hold them in. So I've got no memory, so I'm not really that worried. And it should, it's reset because it goes back to 7, all the 7s and all the noughts. And I like it on, let's have it now, function. Not as bright as that. Dim it down a bit. And then you go function, color, green. I tend to go function. Actually, that should be okay there. Now just turn it up. I'm not seeing anything obvious different anyway. So the CW users will test this out and see. Let's just see what version we're running. You just go function, extension, software version at 1.08, 1.06, all done. So that's it, and we've got C2 UK is the one that we use here in the UK. Bye for now. Hope this helps you upgrade your YAESU FT-710 to the latest firmware, December 2022, version firmware 1.08, and it's the second lot. Bye for now.